Yes. Can you see whiteboard clearly, students? Can you see whiteboard clearly? Yes, sir. Why is everything clear now? Okay. Okay, students. See, so morning class, we are going to discuss about simple simple harmonic motion and how it is related to uniform circular motion. How this simple harmonic motion is related to uniform circular motion, right? Yes. So let us consider one particle performing uniform circular motion. Nana. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. This is x-axis. Is it came clearly? Yes. This is x-axis, and this is y-axis. Let us consider. Okay. Y-axis. Okay. And this will be the origin. Okay. Now the particle is performing uniform circular motion with radius here. Radius of that uniform. Why this my video is going? Can you see my video clearly? I think so. My video is not coming for you. No? Students, can you see my video on that screen? Oftenly it is going and coming. Okay. 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 Now the radio. See again went. Now went no. Okay. Okay. So the radius of this uniform circular motion is, let us suppose here. Okay. This radius is a, means nothing but amplitude of SHM, let us suppose. Thus that much it is there, let us suppose. Okay. Yes. Now this something like this. I'm not understanding. Now let us suppose a particle is performing uniform circular motion in anti-clockwise sense like this. Anti-clockwise sense, a particle is performing uniform circular motion. Okay. Now on this downward, on this particle, see, as this particle is moving like this, see downward one screen you keep. Why it is not minimizing again? Okay. Downward one screen you keep. Let us imagine this is a screen. Okay. As this particle is moving from here, as the particle is moving like this, so this particle is having amplitude here. Okay, particle on the screen will be here. Means see the shadow of that particle. So you can play that video if relevant to show. Where to play? It is not there option. YouTube share while screen sharing. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Now this will be the mean position, Nana. Okay. As this particle is moving this side, as this particle is moving like this, the particle on the screen, it moves like this. Yes or no? Yes. Observe carefully. As this particle is moving like this, on the screen, if you observe, the shadow of that particle is moving like this. So when the particle reaches that y-axis, the particle will be here. When the particle moves into the second quadrant, the particle still continuing motion in this direction. Correct? Yes. When the particle reaches here, maximum negative x-axis, then it will reaches the screen here. It will reaches. Okay. Then afterwards, when it comes into third quadrant like this, then particle returns its path like this. Yes or no? So particle is moving like this, and it will return its path like this till it reaches here again down. Again, as it moves up first to x-axis, it will continue its path like this. So means it is what type of motion? The shadow of the particle, if you observe, it will be a SHM. It is moving around about this mean position. This will be extreme position, and this will be the extreme position. It is moving about this SHM. It is performing SHM, simple harmonic motion. Clear? Yes or no? Yes. Now, let us suppose when the particle is here, when the particle P is here, which is performing uniform circular motion is here. Okay. And this will be the radius. Means it is an amplitude again. Clear? Yes. Now, let us suppose this particle is moving with a constant angular velocity. It is moving with a constant angular velocity. Means uniform circular motion it is performing. Then within a time t, in time t seconds, it will cover phi angle which is equal to omega t. Yes or no? Yes. So how much angle it will cover? That phi, I am taking it as omega t. Correct? Yes. Now for this, draw projection. Means take one component. Let us suppose this is x along the x-axis, and this is y along the y-axis. Okay. Now let us suppose these points are m and n. These points are what, Anna? M and n. Okay. Now from the diagram, if you observe carefully, see the triangle OMP triangle you see, and from this find out cos phi. What is cos phi? Adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Correct? Yes. So adjacent side is x, hypotenuse is a. That implies x can be written as a cos phi. Since phi is nothing but omega t, it can be written as a cos omega t. Means this equation represents displacement of a particle as a function of time, which is performing simple harmonic motion. Okay. Similarly, from triangle, see from a triangle OPN or ONP triangle you see. Okay, clear? Or from this triangle only, from this triangle OMP only you take. OMP triangle only you take. Sine phi you take. What is sine phi? Sine phi is opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side is PM, hypotenuse is OP. Okay. Now, what is opposite side Nana? PM. This PM we can means vertical distance you see PM and ON both are same. Correct? Yes. This PMC, this PM and this ON both are equal. These two are equal. Clear? Yes. ON by OP we can write. That means sine phi. Phi is nothing but omega t can be written as ON. ON is nothing but y divided by A. That implies y is equal to A sine omega t. Here y is equal to A sine omega t is also for equation representing simple harmonic motion. This is also an equation which is representing simple harmonic motion. So any equation which is performing simple harmonic motion, we can represent like this with any of these two equations. Any of these two equations, both will give same result. X is equal to A cos omega t, y is equal to A sin omega t. Both will give you same result. Here X is along the horizontal axis, here Y is along the vertical axis where it is performing simple harmonic motion. If you want vertical axis also, we can imagine that SHM. See, imagine this is circle. Yes. X axis, Y axis. Okay. Origin, Y axis, X axis. Okay. Particle is performing simple harmonic uniform circular motion with a constant velocity. Okay. Now, as the particle is moving like this, here particle is there. Okay. Now you take a screen here. Screen you take here. Okay. Now some torchlight you fall on, incident on this. You can see this particle shadow on the screen here. Yes or no? Yes. As this particle is moving like this, the particle on the screen will appear at the topmost point here. As it crosses this point, again it will return back. Correct? Yes. When it comes here, this shadow will be here. Means it is going back. When it comes here, a shadow you can see here. How it will come like this. Again it will return back path like this. Means it will oscillate like this. Forward and backward like this. Forward and backward it will go. One video I will share you Nana. Later I will send you your WhatsApp group. How this uniform circular motion is related to SHM. If it is a regular class, means I can show you on board very clearly with two hands while drawing. But here to draw with two hands it is not possible. That's why I am unable to explain you clearly. So I'll share you one video, perfect video I will share you. Okay. So this is SHM on y-axis Nana. On this y-axis, this will be the mean position. This is one extreme position. This is another extreme position. Particle is performing SHM about this mean position like this. Okay. That SHM is given with the equation y is equal to A sin omega t. Along the horizontal means it will be given as x is equal to A sin omega, A cos omega t. Anything, both are same for SHM. Okay. Now, this why we need to relate the SHM with simple harmonic motion. The important point here is, see, in previous class, we have derived, find the time interval, find time a particle will take to move from mean position to extreme position. How much time it took, Nana? T by 4. Did you remember? When a particle move from T is equal to mean position to extreme position. See here like this. This is mean position. This is one of the extreme position. This is another extreme position, let us suppose. Okay, if a particle has to go from mean position to extreme position, again extreme position to come back, for this total it will take a time period of t. You know this. Okay, yes. Now for mean position to again going back to mean position, how much time it will take? T by 2, you know, half of the time period. From mean position to one of the extreme position to go to this, how much time it will take? T by 4. Okay, from mean position to something a by 2, how much time it will take? These all things we have did in last class, and that one with a simple trick we can find. See how to find that one. See students, here let us suppose one particle is performing uniform circular motion. Okay, now x axis, y axis. Okay, this this radius of this SHM is radius of this uniform circular motion is a, and this is the origin. Okay, now so where is the particle? If a particle is here, means where it is? Along the x-axis. It is at the extreme position. Here mean position. Here one more extreme position. Are you getting what I am saying? Clear, students? Now let us suppose if the particle has to travel from extreme position to mean position. If a particle has to go from extreme position to mean position, how much time it will take? How much time it will take? Find. What you can do for time? I have given the formula. T is equal to T by 2 pi sin inverse of x by a formula I have given. Difficult to remember. So that's why what we can do is, without remembering this one, just find how much angle it is turning. How much angle it is rotating. Just find it. How much it is turning? 90. Means 5 value how much? 90 means pi by 2. This 5 we can write omega t, no? Omega t is equal to pi by 2. Yes or no? Yes. But what is omega, sir? Omega is nothing but 2 pi by t into small t is equal to pi by 2. Then small t is equal to how much? Pi by 2 into t by 2 pi. 2 pi 2 pi cancel. You'll get time period as t by 4. Yes, perfect. If a particle is moving from extreme position to mean position, how much time it will take? 1 by 4th. Correct? Huh? Did you understand? Na? Short trick. Now, I'll give you one question. Okay. Try to solve that question. Imagine this is a simple harmonic motion, sorry, uniform circular motion performing simple harmonic motion. Okay. Now, see, now let us suppose the particle is at one of the extreme position. Particle is here initially. Okay. Now, it has to go to one particular point Q such that its amplitude is here, this value. This value is something a by 2. Okay. Then find how much time it will take to reach from point P to Q. Can you find how much time it will take to reach from point P to Q such that extreme particle is moving from extreme position to a point where its displacement is a by 2. Can you find? Yes, simple. See, draw one perpendicular, draw one line to Q. What is this? Amplitude, you know, means radius. Yes or no? Yes. Now, find out this angle, how much? You know, this is x, this is x, this radius. Can you find cos theta? Abhay is saying, sir, still I am not able to see question. Is it happening for everyone? Abhay is saying that, sir, I am unable to see question. Remaining students, what about you? No, sir, we can see. They're able to see, Nana. I don't know what is happening with your system. We can, sir. Okay. Now for this, find time period. How much time it will take? Find out. Find cos theta or cos phi is equal to how much, Nana? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is what? A by 2, correct? Hypotenuse what? A. Means how much it is? Cos phi is equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 2, where you will get in cos? Cos 30 root 3 by 2. Cos 60, 1 by 2. Yes. 60 degrees. 60 degrees, how can we write in radians? Pi by 3. Correct? Huh? Yes. That means omega t is equal to pi by 3. Then omega means nothing but 2 pi by t. I told you already. Into small t is equal to pi by 3. Pi cancel. You'll get t is equal to capital T by 6. This much time it will take. Did you understand? Yes, previous class we did this one only. In previous class we did this one only. Clear short trick, Nana? Easy to find. Read out in this. Can you solve? I'm waiting for your response. Make it fast. Few concepts are there. We will complete that. This chapter will finish. 3-4 derivations are there. If you finish that one, then this chapter will finish. This is the objective point, Nana. You need to remember this. Yes, that is only what I am saying. Without using the formula. Formula is difficult to remember. Just find the angle, you will get the answer. Shall I give one more question? Yes, write down question. Again, a particle is performing uniform circular motion. X-axis, Y-axis. This is the origin. Okay. The radius of this uniform circular motion is A, as you know. Otherwise, no need. They want you also. Okay. Now, suppose the particle is at mean position here. In question, they want you like this. You need to confirm. You need to draw that diagram just by reading the question. Okay. Suppose the particle is at mean position here. Okay. And from this mean position to, if a particle moves in clockwise sense like this, let us suppose. Okay. Then particle shadow will travel like this, no? Yes. Let us suppose particle goes to root 3 by 2a distance from the mean position. Did you understand what I am saying? Particle is performing SHM. This is the mean position. It is going like this. It is the amplitude A. But I am not saying that it is going to A. It is going to root 3 by 2a distance. It is going up to here. It is going. Then how much time it will take? That is the question. Okay. Means particle is here. Let us suppose here particle is there. Find the time it will take to reach from mean position to root 3 by 2a. Can you? What to do? Simple technique. Construct a triangle. This is value at A. This is root 3 by 2a, you know. Clear? This angle how much? I said in clockwise sense direction diagram. Okay. Perfectly keep. What is cos phi? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is root 3 by 2a. Hypotenuse is a. Cos phi is equal to root 3 by 2a. Root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 at what angle you will get? 30 degrees. Yes or no? In cos, 30 means pi by 6. Correct? Yes. But what angle you want? Do you want this angle or this angle? That you need to check. Which angle you want? You want this angle actually. We want this angle. Are you understanding? Because I said particle is moving from mean position to extreme position. Okay? Clear? Means your actual angle is phi is equal to pi by 2 minus pi by 6. 90 minus 60 is 30, means pi by 3. Correct? You understand what I'm saying? Students, understood? This one who understood? Okay. Yes. So phi is equal to pi by 3. Phi is nothing but omega t. Omega t is equal to pi by 3. Omega is nothing but 2 pi by t into small t is equal to pi by 3. Then t is equal to t by 6. This much time it will take. Initial t by 6 is correct. T by 12 is wrong. Yes, t by 6 is correct. So this type of questions can you solve in examination, competitive exams? Okay. See your objective material and try to solve that problems, related problems you solve now. Okay. Yes. What happened? No time. Why? Okay. Later means now you are preparing for your subjective exam means no problem. Later you remember concept. You try to solve like this. Okay. Now let us go to 8 minutes is there. Let us go to yes derive time period for simple harmonic motion. It's very important, Nana. Derivations are important for your board exams. Okay. Now, for example, you take a simple pendulum. You take simple pendulum. What is a simple pendulum, Nana? What is a simple pendulum? Simple pendulum is nothing but one bob which is hanging from a fixed with a thread from a fixed support. Okay. A bob is having some mass. Okay. The length of the pendulum is to be taken from the center of mass. Means sorry. This is the length of the pendulum we need to take. From the center of the bob to the fixed support we need to measure. Okay. Yes. One bob which is hanging from a massless string that we call it as simple pendulum. Okay. If you give a slight push and release, what will happen? It will oscillate like this. No? Yes, it will go to the mean position, sorry, extreme position here, and this side also it will go to extreme position here also. Correct? Yes, this is also extreme position. This is the mean position. Okay, it will oscillate like this. This total is called as one time period. How much time it will take to move from mean position to extreme position, again to another extreme position, again to mean position? This total time we call it as one time period. Okay, we need to find the time period of a simple pendulum. Derivation we need to find. We need to find the derivation for time period of a simple pendulum. Okay. So for finding the time period of a simple pendulum, some steps we need to remember, Nana. First step is find the equilibrium position. Equilibrium position you find first. Where it is in equilibrium position, there you find. And at that equilibrium position, write a force equation. Force equation you write at equilibrium position. Okay, you will get one condition. Afterwards, displace it from equilibrium position and then write a equation for net force acting on it. You will get one equation. Now that equation rearrange and try to write it in the form of A is equal to omega square x. Then you can find the time period. Okay, since we know time period t is equal to 2 pi by omega. If you can get omega, then time period you can get. Did you understand? First thing for finding the time period of anything, any system which is performing simple harmonic motion, what to do? First find equilibrium position and then write the equation. One condition you will get. Keep it in mind. Now from the equilibrium position, try to displace it at the displaced position, means slightly displaced. At that displaced position, again find the net force acting on it. Okay, how much net force is acting on it? That one you find. Write that equation. Then you rearrange that equation in the form of A is equal to minus omega square x. Then you can get the time period. This is a method to find the time period. Clear, students? Okay. Time is 3 minutes 36 seconds are there. Okay. If you rejoin back, I will explain this now only. Otherwise, tomorrow I'll explain what to do. Will you rejoin back? Shall we continue? Only 24 students are there. Tomorrow. This concept, whatever the points I have written no today, that concept you remember, tomorrow we will derive. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow, sir. Okay, okay, tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow only we will do. I think so. You are having some work. And if you start your preparation, time is not there. First exam physics only. First exam only physics. Start your preparation. Don't waste your time. The exam you are reading. Okay, good, good, good. Start your preparation. First exam only physics. Okay. Important questions, sir. Yes, I will give you. Definitely, I'll send. Okay, your wish it is. Okay. Okay, students. We'll continue in next class. Okay, this derivation and spring derivation we will do. Some points are there. We will finish that points. After that, derivations, forced oscillations, damped oscillations, 2 topics are there. With that, this chapter will finish. Okay. Tomorrow we will continue. Okay. Bye.